Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, and to those who are new here, my name is Spice. So this video is actually created for my colleagues in the call center industry, and I will be sharing with you some of the things that you need to know and you need to do on your actual demo teach if you are applying for a call center trainer job or product specific trainer position. So if this topic is of any interest to you, then you should keep watching. So ever since I uploaded that video about my life as a call center trainer, I received some messages and inquiries about, how to do the job and how to be successful as trainer and how to actually pass their demo teach. So what should they do and what are the things that they need to know for that demo when they're applying for the trainer position. Now, before we get started here, I just want to give you a little background about myself. I worked as a call center trainer for 8 years. I started as a product specific trainer and then I started handling communication skills training, and then I worked for different companies, different programs or accounts. And then just before I left my last company that I was working for, I was a master trainer. So the things that I will be sharing with you guys right now are basically coming from my experiences and my expertise in training for all those years. So again, the things that I will be sharing with you guys today are some helpful information and tips when you are going to be doing your demo teach. So there are, I believe, 5 things that I will be sharing with you today. Number 1 is choosing your topic. Number 2, preparing or creating your material, your training material. Number 3, what clothes should you wear. Number 4, the things that you need to do before your demo teach or your actual preparation. And number 5 is your actual demo day. Now, one of the qualifications of a product trainer is knowledge and expertise. So when you are training a certain topic or module, you are expected to be expert and knowledgeable about that topic. So it is important to select the right or the correct topic for you, or the best topic that you could present. Some training managers or supervisors will give you a list of topics to choose from, and some of them will just tell you present anything that, anything under the sun, something that you master, you are good at, and you just know the ins and outs of the topic. Now, if it's product related, I would recommend to choose a policy or a certain procedure that you really know and you master, that you could discuss the ins and outs of it and you can answer questions regarding the topic. In that way, it also boosts your confidence while you are presenting this topic. So you have to be wise in picking the topic. You can't just, select anything. So you have to be very strategic about choosing your topic. Now, once you've chosen your topic, it's now time to prepare for your training material. So the material you'll be using depends on the topic that you selected. But for instance, your topic is product related, you can ask the training manager or your supervisor if you could use an existing material that they're using for new hires, or you could build one or create one from scratch. You can be very creative about the training material that you'll be using, and again, you can always consult the training manager what they would want to see, or your supervisor what's the best option for you, or whatever will work for you. And when you start creating your PowerPoint presentation, keep in mind the 7x7 rule. For every slide, use no more than 7 lines of text or 7 bullet points and no more than 7 words per line. You should also use a template and a font that are pleasing to the eyes of your audience or your learners. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but one of the skills that the training managers are looking for a trainer applicant is that you should be able to create your own PowerPoint presentation or your training materials. Because once you are hired, you will not just be training new employees, but current or existing employees. So when you do up training sessions, you have to create your own material from scratch, and sometimes they already have something created for you. But just in case it needs to be done, you already have that skill and you know how to create presentations. Now, these are the things that you should include in your presentation. Ideally, on the first page is your title. Number 2, you should list some objectives. Normally there's 1, 2, or 3, and it depends on what you want your learners or audience to achieve for the day. Number 3 is your actual content. And number 4, questions. So normally you put on the very last page, on just one entire page or slide, is questions. So let's move on to my favorite part, which is dressing up. So when you are a trainer, you're a facilitator, and especially when you're on your demo teach, you have to wear something nice, something pleasing to the eyes of your audience. And what I'm talking about is wear a business casual outfit. You don't need to wear clothes that are too formal. I mean, it's up to you. You can if you want to, if you have them, but I would just really recommend to wear business casual attire or outfit. And I mean, it's also depends on what your training manager would like for you to wear. Some companies would allow their trainers to wear casual outfit like jeans and shirt, you know, but you are a trainer, you are a facilitator, you have to be presentable and you have to look professional. And you know, because when you look professional, you feel good, and when you feel good, then confidence comes out. And you know, and with professionalism look, that builds your credibility when you're in front of these learners and trainees, when you are, you know, training them with things that they need to know, right? So you would want to dress nicely. And one example of business casual is you can wear a pair of denim pants or jeans, and then wear a blouse on, a nice blouse on, and a nice blazer jacket on it. So that's just my example. Again, there's a lot of them on the internet. You can look them up on Pinterest or Google. And before I forget, you also have to wear a nice pair of shoes. Doesn't need to be, you know, heels, high heels all the time. Maybe once in a while you wear something with high heels, or heels maybe 2 inches or 3 inches, and it depends if you're comfortable wearing high heels all day, you know, facilitating, training, walking around with your high heels. It depends, but it has to be you know, something really nice that would match your outfit. And if you're wearing flats, make sure that they're your toes are covered, those kinds of shoes that you could wear. So yeah, those are just some options. Now let's move on to number 4. It's the before your actual demo day. So I recommend that you practice in front of a mirror, or in front of your supervisor, your mentor, your team members, or your family, your friends, or whoever is available and present while you practice. Now, why do you have to do this? Because not everybody who wants to become a trainer have that confidence standing in front of a lot of people or some people. And while you present, right, you need to be very confident, and you have to have that presence of mind, or what they call stage presence, when you are performing. Because when you are facilitating, it's actually somewhat kind of performing in front of an audience. So it's very important that you practice, and in that way it could, you know, increase and boost your confidence that you already have, and to let go of those some, you know, jitters that you have. Also, when you are practicing in front of anybody or a mirror, you will be able to catch some mistakes that you may have said, or something that's incorrectly said, or some parts of your presentation that has some error, you know, spelling error, or some inaccurate information that is on the slide. So you have to make sure that you practice. And then in that way you could also, you know, get some feedback from your audience, and that, you know, you could improve whatever it is that they will tell you. If it's good feedback, then amazing. If there's something that needs to be improved on, then it's good to know that as early as now, before you actually commit those mistakes in front of your audience when you are on your actual demo teach. Also, keep in mind that you are applying for a trainer facilitator role or job, and you're not applying for a teacher. Your learners are going to be adult learners, so you should know the difference between trainer, facilitator, and a teacher. These learners already have some basic knowledge about everything so far in life, but they don't know anything about the product. So you would just enhance those skills and put some more knowledge to what they already know. So you are going to facilitate that learning with them. You are not going to spoon feed information to them. So that's the difference. And when you practice, you will already have an idea as to how your learners or audience will react to your topic, and you know how they come up with questions, and you know if they feel like asking a question right away, if they got so curious right away while you're in the middle of your presentation. So you would already know and have an idea as to what to do, whether should you let them ask questions in the middle or in between your presentation, or should it be at the last part of your presentation. So that's why it's important that you practice. Now let's move on to the actual demo day. So before you start your presentation, you need to time yourself. Sometimes training managers would provide 15 minutes to present or 30 minutes to present their topic. So it depends, right? So you should at least time yourself and know when you started and know when you're expected to end or finish your presentation. So you normally start by introducing your name and saying that you are going to be their facilitator for the next 15 or 30 minutes, and then just, welcome them to your training. For example, hi everybody, my name is Spice and I'm going to be your facilitator for the next 30 minutes, so welcome to training. And then from there, you should then start asking for their names. So it could just be a nickname and one interesting thing about all of them. So you have to do it one by one. And it's also helpful that you know their name, because you know how to address them. When they raise their hands and ask for questions, you know how to address them and what to call them. Now you can start your presentation with a grabber. A grabber is as simple as a question that you ask your learners, your participants, or an activity that you let them do before you actually start your presentation, but only if you are given a lot of time to do it. And also this is something that is just recommended but not required. Okay, so again, recommended, not required. So it's a grabber. It's something that will grab your learners or participants or your audience attention, and that is something related or connected to your topic. And then you can smoothly transition from there to your actual topic. So if you're not going to use a grabber, then you can just present the very first slide of your presentation, which is the title, and then proceed to your objectives. And when you are reading off of your slides, you don't want to be reading all of them and you are like just looking at your whiteboard screen and just reading off of every slide. You want to make sure that you engage your learners or your audience in this demo. You want to call a few people, one person at a time, to read one of the objectives until they're all read. So you want to engage your participants so that they will not get bored and just like look at you, read off the slide and just say, oh, look, she's just reading everything from the slide. And you're not engaging your audience. And like what I said before, you should set proper expectations throughout the demo. You should let them know if they are allowed to raise their hands and ask questions in the middle of your presentation, or should they wait at the end of it, and then that's when they could ask questions. And if somebody needs to go out to use the washroom, they can just stand up and go, or raise their hands and ask for permission. It depends on what you want to do, what kind of house rules you want to set for that group. And if everything is clear and good from there, then you can proceed with your demo. Here are the do's and don'ts during the demo. Be confident, smile, but not too much. Call participants to read off of the slides and provide examples and elaborate some more, but not too much, just write enough information. Make sure that you know how much time we're given for your demo. Manage the time well throughout the demo. This is the test if you could actually follow the timeline in your daily training agenda. Answer any questions. If you don't know the answer at the top of your head, you can tell them, I'll look into it and I'll get back to you at the end of the session. If the participants get too engaged or when conversations are happening in between them, you need to be able to address it. Ask them if they want to share their thoughts about it, but not to the point that you are going to put them on the spot. And then take their attention back to the topic being discussed. The audience in this demo will sometimes do it intentionally for them to see how you will be able to handle situations like that. Speak clearly with your modulated voice. Walk around the room. Give praises or recognition when somebody answered a question correctly or if someone shared something related to your topic. Check your participants' understanding of the topic. You can call them randomly and ask questions. By doing this, you will know if they learned something from you in the demo. You usually do this towards the end of the presentation. Moving on to the don'ts. Don't read everything off of the slides. Don't dwell too much on a question or a conversation for too long. Just answer the questions directly and go back to the lesson. You might not be able to finish your demo at the time allotted. Don't put somebody on the spot. Don't just stand at one corner throughout the demo. Avoid using words like I think, I believe so, I'm not sure when answering questions. Remember that you are building your credibility here. And lastly, don't forget to recap and ask your participants if they have any questions before the end of your demo. And there you have it, guys. Those are the things that you need to know for your demo and the do's and don'ts on your actual demo day. And I hope that this video has helped you a lot as part of your preparation for your demo teach and, in becoming a product trainer or a call center trainer. So let me know if you have any questions, if you have any clarifications, if there's something that I actually forgot to mention or missed in this video, let me know. Ask me anything in the comment box below. And if I have some of my co-trainers watching this video right now, if there's something again that I missed, you can also include them in the comment box below and share it with our aspiring trainers. So I really hope that this video has helped you a lot, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Now, if you are new here and you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!